Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. Brandon Godden with Charles Davis, and the 100th season of the NFL is underway. Had some great games this afternoon and on Thursday, but tonight the defending champs take the spotlight.
Raise the banner, another Super Bowl championship that they'll get to celebrate. Lots of hugs and songs and cheering, and once again, the Patriots on top of the football world as we begin another season. Do they have enough room to continue to raise banners? I feel like they're running out here at this stadium.
Somebody needs to try to unseat them, but these Patriots, they don't care about room. They just want more banners.
Yeah, that's for sure. And tonight, all they'll care about is celebrating yet another Super Bowl championship.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots 44. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. An interesting note about the Steelers opening up on the road here. It's the 5th season in a row that they have started away from home. Longest active streak in the league. And, of course, pitting them against the Patriots, two of the most storied franchises, especially in the last couple of decades. Since 2002, these two teams have met in 3 AFC championship games, with New England getting the better of Pittsburgh all 3 times. And you think of the Lombardi trophies, with New England winning last year. Each of these franchises has 6 trophies, tied for the most in the entire league. Allen now looks to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
This is Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's complete to Lewis. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Allen. A quick throw, but incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. To Thompson on the screen. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You don't know no better.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Now let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
I love the versatility of Marcus Cannon. He can play guard, he can play tackle. I think his footwork has really improved during his time in the NFL. He has one of the better backstories that you're going to get. This is a guy who was diagnosed with cancer, has beaten that, and now is one of the better players in the NFL.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Brandon Marshall, no, not the wide receiver, a quality linebacker who can cover very well.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Austin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the Patriots 48-yard.
On play action, Allen. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Allen is going to let this go for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
53 is the mic.
3rd down.
That's what I do.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. It's caught. Jones. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for New England. 55 yards. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And he'll bang that one through. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got got 3 points out of, they've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen caught right side. It's Lewis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Geronimo Allison, the target there. And that'll bring up second down. Allen going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Allen to throw once more. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it with Carson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. On second down, it's Thompson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Danico Autry is in on the stop. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. This is Thompson. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On the counter, it's Henry.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They run the counter. It's Henry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
It's a party now. It's a party. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Back to the ground now, it's Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
First carry in the league here for David Montgomery, the man out of Iowa State. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Brandon Marshall there on the tackle. A gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Julio Jones. Incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Allen. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
53
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Push him back.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's put him on the front. Let's put that team on the front.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this complete to Henry over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. To throw is Watson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it, and that'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now Allen over the middle. He hits Austin. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
On first down, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and that'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. To throw, it's Allen. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Deron Payne able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, nothing starts to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now he's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Deshaun Watson making his way back out, the focus of our player spotlight. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? 4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of the under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Andrew Billings able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Derrick Henry. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Offense.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Defense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They run again with Carson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down, Steelers.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Smith catches left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From just shy of midfield, Allen.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down to Thompson on the draw. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
The 27-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice time.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Come on, Lot. Come on, Lot.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Brings up 3rd
Let's go, baby.
and
Time to go.
To throw on 3rd down, Watson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 35.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just
under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Tyrone Crawford, his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Let's go.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. Allen now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
A gain of 21 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Watson now to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's complete. Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and now it's 2nd down.
And got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. On him, go. On him, go.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Deron Payne in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Allen now looks to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag.
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, it's Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
Check. 53 flag. Check. 53 flag.
After 27 yards.
From the 27, Watson, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. This is Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
53, check 53. Go, go, go.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And go.
2nd and 5 now. Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Watson's pass.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Brandon Cooks. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us we've got 3rd and 5 or less. We have to be able to convert, and I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Allen, and this is caught. He hits Landry, and he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Allen going to throw. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. Again, they'll throw with Allen.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Watson. And Jones has it over the middle.
Watson's pass.
Baby! Get him, boys! Get him, boys! Check me, set!
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Watson. And he's got Lockett. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
At the 45-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Roughing the passer, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run with Henry, and he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Bryant is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On play action, Allen.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 3rd down, Thompson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now Allen. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Pats, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.